Coming into the program, I was really excited because I'd heard some really good things from other managers who'd been through it. I was a little nervous because I didn't know what to expect. I just thought, oh, maybe it was just another one of those leadership things that you go through the cycles and the PowerPoints, and you kind of come away going, oh, yeah, I've learnt some stuff. What I got out of this program was I learned so much about myself, and I became confident in myself. I've been able to learn things, but take them and actually put them into my everyday practice and just my life in general as well. It's not just at work, it's at home. I've been able to transform myself as a person and a leader, which is so exciting. It's just kind of influenced everything that I do, and I've really developed the confidence to just stand up for myself and what I believe in and my values, and really stay true to that. It's just really exciting just to be able to just relax a little bit, know that you don't have to be this perfect manager and get everything right and tick all the boxes, and it's just really about being a human being, I think, and it gives people permission to relax as well, and they see that, and then they feel more comfortable, and then they share that, and it has that ripple effect. I think the whole team just works together a little bit better because they relax. I have more courage to stand up for what I believe in because I know who I am. I went from being quite shy, and I would say probably a bit meek, and very standoffish and quite a yes person, and now speak up and have input and challenge ideas, not because I'm being difficult, but because ideas need to be challenged so they can develop and get stronger, and so I feel like I just have a lot more to say now, and I'm not just a yes, oh, yep, that's fine. The courage that I've developed from the program I think I've been able to use it every single day that I show up for work. And I think that benefits the organisation because I have been able to put me into every single project that I've been a part of. I've been able to put the values that I believe in, integrity, honesty, teamwork, all of those into every piece of work that I generate. And so I believe that I've been able to have this ripple effect with my immediate team, and that's just all because of the courage that I've developed by doing the program. It's you showing up, that's where we get the amazing patient care that we have. It's where we get those really rigorous decision-making processes. So the training days were amazing. From the very first training day, we started off really with those, I can't quite remember what questions they were, but they were a little personal, right? About a challenge that you've overcome in your life, or something like that. And I think it gave every single person in the room permission just to let their guard down a little bit. And I remember that so well because it just allowed you to just relax and know that everybody here is a human being, and we've all got something really hard that we've been through, and to share that with other people was just really calming, I think. And then, so from there, all of our, I'm going to say team because we are a team. So all of our team, we just showed up and we put ourselves into all of the work that we went through with Kristen. And, it wasn't sitting there doing PowerPoints and going through the boring stuff and, yes, this is what leadership is, this is what communication is. It wasn't. It was using real life examples to talk about with each other, and then as you use those examples and as you go along the training days, you think, oh yeah, I can do that next time that I'm faced with this particular thing, or oh, in that situation a few weeks ago, this would have been really good. Next time I'm going to do that. It's going to be great. And I think it's like building wisdom, and you just find all these little gold mines throughout the training days when you put all of that in practice. And so using those scenarios where you have those real life examples, you use the themes of the training days and the tools that we've got in our tool belt to process these situations. And then you have your little action plan, like, how committed are you to doing that? And then you go out and you do it. Yeah, the training days are just phenomenal because it's using everything in a practical sense and not just sitting there, writing notes and being, just going through the theory in a textbook. Yeah, just practical gold mines of amazing tools, and you've got that forever. And with our little worksheet, I've got that there, and I think, how can I coach myself through this situation that's really tricky? I'll use the GROW model, great. And then it's also really funny because through those training days, I see other people in the organisation using these tricks on me. And I'm like, oh yeah, why didn't I just do that 10 minutes ago when I could have just solved it for myself. So it's quite funny to see it. And I guess that's that ripple effect too, really, isn't it? Yeah. The coaching sessions were awesome because I got to take those real life scenarios that I couldn't really go that deeply into with the team in those relatively quite short exercises, and I could delve into them and really explore what was going on and what I could do to overcome that challenge. So for me, those coaching sessions, I could just really dive into the problem and just fully, no filter, explore what was actually happening. And you don't think it's quite that big of a deal, just like a 1 hour coaching session with Kristen, and how much could you actually cover? But there's so much that you can get through in that 1 hour. And when you think about how much we go through as managers every single day, all of the interactions we have with people, all of the issues we're expected to resolve, all of the issues that we're brought into, but we're not expected to resolve, but we're still brought into them. So we need to have some sort of input because we're showing up for ourselves. There's so much that goes on, and I think it's so important just to be able to talk that through, flesh it out, and use those skills and tools on a deeper level so that we can almost quieten our mind a little bit. There's just so much noise that goes on, and you're involved in so much chatter and just so much every single day that you really need each of those coaching sessions to just understand things a little bit better. And I think once you do that a few times, it gives you a bit of momentum to be able to do that within yourself as well. So, what seems like the dreaded drama triangle, and you kind of head into something and you're like, okay, who's the persecutor, and what is going on, who's sitting in each position here, and how can I flip that? So, the coaching sessions, it seems like, how much could you actually get covered? But when you've got, all of that stuff happening every single day, you're dragged into, you really do need that time to jump into the issues, work them out, and decompress a little bit. And then, once you've done that enough times, then we can do that with our team, with ourselves, and it's kind of like a train the trainer, really. So it's really, they're so useful. And, it was nice knowing that you always had someone there just to be able to talk to as well in a really objective, non-biased way. So it was really valuable. There were a few things where I was going to do something and I said, wait, no, I actually want to talk to Kristen about this first so that I can make sure that I've understood everything properly, and then I can, go through what I'm going to do, my plan, how am I going to get through this issue. So yeah, they're really phenomenal, and I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to do all of them. The coaching, you dive a lot deeper into the issues, and you dive quite deep into your values, and that's why I don't think you can't have one without the other. You can't have the training days without coaching, because the coaching really allows you, it reinforces everything that you learn in the training days. You do need time, and you can't get that in a one-day course, because what are you learning? You're just learning X, Y, Z, and you're ticking a box. Yes, we've covered that. But when you have the time to be able to do the training days and then follow it up with the coaching, that reinforces all the learning and the experience that you've got, and it just builds on the blocks, right? Without that, what do you learn? It's just all superficial. You can't get into that deeper level. There's no way that you can dive right into who you are as a person and take a look around with a flashlight. You can't do that on a 1-2 day thing. You have to, learn the tools and then dive right into the issues, take a look around, and then come back up, and then you do that a few times, and then on to the next thing. You can't get that in a 1 to 2 day PowerPoint slide presentation. That's not what this course is at all. I am so excited to finally be confident. For the first time in my whole life, I am a confident person, and yeah, when I was growing up, I had my band conductor who always used to give me the big C for confidence, Caitlin, because I always needed to be more confident. And I've struggled with this my entire life, my whole life. I've never been confident. I've always been shy. I've always been, I think a little bit boring, but, because I've never been able to just relax and be myself. But you can be yourself. Like, this program just shines a light on who you are as a person, and it gives you that, it enables you to give yourself the permission to just be who you are, and that's okay. You can be you and just relax, and you don't have to spend all that energy being someone you're not, and it's the absolute best. It's just that ripple effect. In the ocean, you're just a small wave, right? A small little ripple, but it influences everybody. And really, that's what we're here to do as leaders: is influence people to be the best that they can. And yeah, I hope that I do that through the confidence that I have now. So, yeah.